Let me be the first to admit my initial response to the Switch 2 was highly negative. Highly. I only switched and became a positive individual on this based off of two things: Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong. No. I was really disappointed in the Switch 2 simply because it did not do anything in regards to innovation for me. I'm very big on Nintendo's innovation, and like them doing some like a weird gimmick. I mean, I love like the little mouse Joy-Con stuff, but that's not big enough. But my biggest two problems with this was the lack of innovation, just also the price point for their games. I think we all left out that the price wasn't that bad for the Switch itself. And if we really want to get down to it, it never was about the price of the Switch in general. It was really about the price of the games. It was really about the mixed messaging. It was really about how they weren't really providing the best. They wasn't providing the best and most clear information to the consumer. It really wasn't ever about the product. And for me, I know why the Switch 2 exists. I know why if they played it safe. They played it safe because that's what most people wanted. More people just wanted a better Switch. Games to run better on the go and games to look better on their big screens. They really didn't need much innovation here. And I think that they was successful in just creating a better Switch. And that's cool. That's great. Not for me because again, I'm looking for them to innovate. I always have looked at them for to be the innovators. Even if they charge a premium for it, I like when they innovate. I like Nintendo in a bag. I like that weird Wii U. I own a Wii U. I don't even own my Nintendo Wii. I love the Wii U because of the weirdness to it, the complexity to it, and the gimmicks. I mean, same thing with the Wii. Same thing with the GameCube. I just liked how they used to be so innovative. They didn't want to do what everybody else did. And I was reading something in regards to the previous exec or president over at Sony when he said the same, he was saying the same thing that I was saying months ago. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. We think alike. But yeah, when Nintendo is innovating, that's when they're at their best. That's when I really like them. When they're not doing that, I just feel like it's another thing, you know? And to me, there was not much shown that was another thing that made me want to justify them charging more for their games, you know? Because at the end of the day, they're just better graphically and they're not really doing anything insanely different. And that's where I began to be like question what's the point of buying it if all you're really doing is just giving me more graphics. But to understand why they're so good at what they do and why people are still going to buy their Switch, you really have to just think about their catalog. You really have to look at what I'm playing behind me. This Mario Kart. You have to think about Donkey Kong. You have to think about Zelda, and the price points of people are willing to pay. I to be 100% honest, I am completely scared that Nintendo is pricing themselves out of the market that they own for a long time. I'm 100% scared that they're not going to be capable of keeping the doors afloat for a little bit when they kind of course correct over the next period. But what I can say is that nobody is probably uncomfortable with buying the Switch too. They're probably just uncomfortable with the amount of money it costs to own a Switch 2. That's really what the problem is. For the same people that was championing them to go about, making something the same, it's the same people that's probably not going to buy it because they feel like they got Switch 2 at home, which is the Switch. And that is my concern, is that the same thing that they were trying to align themselves with is the same thing that's going to kill them. and that's tough. I still want to buy a Switch too, and it's the only reason I'm buying one is because I want to play the latest games from Nintendo, regardless of how, how much of a premium that will be. This is my medium. This is what I enjoy. This is what I like to do. So that medium is always going to be. I need everything possible in order for me to play games because I actually am a true game. I just don't talk about it. I actually do game. I do game a lot. And when I do game, I need to make sure I got every console. I can't be someone that's just pigeonholed to one thing. And I hate those type of mindsets anyway. So for me, it was a no-brainer. I was gonna buy it anyway. But for most, you have to think about cost. You have to think about what you have today. You have to think about the value add. You have to think about how much they're charging you for the value add that is presenting, like the game chat where you need to buy the camera in order to do those fancy features. You have to think about the Switch 2 versions of games. Like you're not going to be able to just say, this game is going to run better on my Switch 2 because no, sometimes you have to pay for that. So there's a lot of things that come into why the it's out of focus. It's never was about the price. I think everybody was okay with the price. It was a little more pricey, but everybody was okay with that. I think everything that came after is what's causing people to be like, hold on, wait a minute, not Nintendo. What y'all doing? And and that's fine too. I like for real. If I wasn't if I wasn't this dedicated to being a gamer, I probably wouldn't buy it. But again, I want to play Donkey Kong. I probably want to play Mario Kart World a little bit. It's a no-brainer for me. But for most, that's not enough. That's not enough to kind of get you to the point where you want to buy. Um, so for those people out there that are on the fence, that are kind of upset, can you explain and like please try to be a little bit more of like critique and not just bashing as into what is causing the rift as of today. Was it really their messaging? Was it that price point? Do you feel like it was the games and how much they cost? What was it that really kind of threw you over the edge and you was like, bro, I'm not finna buy this? Or are you someone like me that just like, okay, this is the next iteration of Switch. This is gonna be around for 8 years. You price Christ, you kind of divide that by the amount it's gonna cost over those years, and it's probably still gonna be worth it at the end of the day. What is causing you guys to kind of hold off and say, I'm not interested in pre-ordering this today. I'm not interested in once they are able to be pre-ordered. I'm not interested in pre-ordering. I really want to know because a lot of the things that, were very much so in your face at the time, some of it was out of Nintendo's control, some of it wasn't. And as of today, yes, when the smoke clears, we're all still going to buy Switch 2, especially if you're an actual gamer and you want to play games that they have that's exclusive. But what is now causing you to say, I'm going to wait, I'm going to hold off? I'm gonna take some time to not play day games. Day one is very FOMO is very real. What is causing you to be like, oh, well, I'm okay with that FOMO for a while until what? I feel like they did what? Because as of now, there's a lot of things that have been cleared up, like the game key cards. It's not going to be an issue, so you can still have your physical games. There's no going to be it. There's still going to be the Nintendo Switch Online and the game chat being a part of that, but you're going to get that for a year. You're going to be able to play that if you want to try it out. If you get the camera, you don't have to pay for Switch Online. You still got the GameCube coming. The GameCube controller not being compatible with Switch games. That's a bummer, but there's a lot of stuff that was just coming out that's very like particular. I'm trying to make sure I understand exactly the pain point for people because I really want to know what is that pain point. And if it is the $80 games, do you have to buy them? Do you have to buy those $80 games? Do you feel like that was to be the only reason you was going to buy a Nintendo Switch, or do you feel like there's more to it? That's really what I want to know. So if you can let me know that in the comment section below, I want to do some research and come back at a later time with more information about what I feel like Nintendo has done right and what Nintendo has done wrong, messaging, and everything in between. Because right now, yeah, I'm going to buy it, but I don't know if that's going to be the case for a lot. So.